Hi, good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Arlene from Arlene's Creations. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some prep work that I'll be doing for the Weight Watchers Freestyle program and what I'll be eating for the week. Well, not the whole week. I'm going to do a few days today and then probably Wednesday or Thursday show you another few days. I did start in November, but what happened was I went off of it for 10 weeks. So I'm going to show you on my phone how much I weighed when I started in November, then the weight that I lost, then when I went off of it for 10 weeks, how much I gained, and now I'm back on it and going strong. So I will be showing you every week my weekly weigh-in, what I eat for the week, where I shop for the foods that I get, and my prep work and my meal planning. So stay tuned, and I'm going to be cooking a ton of stuff today, so if you're interested, stay tuned and we'll get started. Thank you. All right, so for the first step of my prep, I have water on my hands there. I'm going to be making for breakfast. I'm going to be doing two breakfasts for today and tomorrow. I am going to be doing some seasoned restaurant style onion and parsley hash brown potatoes from Bob Evans. They are 3 ounces for 2 smart points. So for 2 days, there's a lot of water because they're frozen. So I weighed it out to 6 1/4 ounces. And I have my grill here heating up to 350, and I'm not putting any oil or anything on it, not even any spray, and I'm just going to dump those on. I'm just going to cook these until they're browned. I'll add a little salt and pepper, and that's it. So I'm just going to cook these, like I said, until they're nice and brown. I'll chop up those chunks, and then I'll show you how they look. Okay, so breakfast is done. I couldn't help but already eat 2 pieces of my orange while I was cooking. But I have a jumbo egg here with a jumbo egg white, just fried well done. I don't like runny eggs. I have 2 chicken apple sausages for 1 point. And then I have the 3 ounces of the Bob Evans hash browns for 2 points. So this whole breakfast is 3 points. I did put some chives and some hot sauce on both my hash browns and my eggs. I love hot sauce on eggs and hash browns. Then, since I do not drink coffee or tea, every morning I have my 8 greens, 1 tablet in my bottled water. I take my Silver Centrum. That's my breakfast for tomorrow. That's already done. And then tomorrow I'll be making breakfast for the next 2 days, which will be totally different than this. So yeah, so this is my beautiful breakfast for today. 2 eggs, 2 chicken apple sausage. Now I bought these last week and already had those cooked. I just had to heat it up. But I know it was actually 3 sausages for 1 point. But I only had 4 left, so I'm just doing 2 for 1 point. But I don't remember the brand. When I buy them again, I will do a video on those, because they're really delicious, and 3 of them for 1 point. And the hash browns. So, yep, so this is a 3-point breakfast. And like I said, with my water, with my 8 greens and my Centrum Silver pill, that's what I'm going to have. It looks delish. Can't wait to eat. I'll be back with lunch. Okay, also today what I'll be prepping is a big, huge pot of my chicken meatball soup. I do have a separate video on how I make this, but I'm adding a few more ingredients to this one, such as bok choy, which I absolutely love. If any of you out there don't know what bok choy is, it's a Chinese type vegetable. So I'll be using this for a stir fry later on in the week, a Chinese stir fry I'm going to do. But in this pot, I have my Holy Trinity, as they call it in the cooking world, which is my mirepoix, which is my celery, onions, and carrots, and some chopped up bok choy. So I'm just going to put the flame on and kind of saute this a little bit. I didn't put any oil or any spray. This is a non-stick pot, so I'm just going to cook it down for like about 10 minutes. Add my water, my bouillon, my no salt. Bouillon is salty enough. My black pepper. Make a nice little stock, and then I'll be adding the chicken meatballs later. But like I said, I'm also prepping this today, but I will link the video below in the description box because I have a separate video, or you can just go to my playlist for Weight Watchers, hauls, food, recipe, and my journey, and in the playlist the recipe will be there. Okay, so I have my very large package of chicken cutlets here that I got from Stop and Shop. They were on sale $1.99 a pound. And as you can see, I'm cutting off all that fat. So my chicken has no fat on it. And what I'm doing now is I'm just putting it through my machine. And I'm grinding my own chicken. I do this every week. The chicken burgers for my chicken meatballs. Sorry about the noise. And I know that I'm getting no fat. So I'm gonna end up grinding this whole entire pack, and whatever I don't use for the meatball soup, which I have going over here, then I will be doing my stuffed peppers, and also a chicken meatloaf. So I'm just prepping all my ground chicken today. I'm just going to do the meatballs, and then the rest is for the rest of the week. So that's what else we're prepping. So we now have all the delicious fresh parsley with the juice going into the ground chicken. Okay, so as you can see, now chicken meatballs and turkey meatballs are very dry because there's no fat. Well, these come out so juicy without adding any oil, any milk, no liquid whatsoever. The only liquid is from the pureed onion and garlic that goes through the machine and the parsley. When I'm telling you that it gives it the most juicy, delicious meatball, I'm not even joking. I don't think on Weight Watchers that I could live without my grinder. I grind all my ground meat, my turkey, my chicken. You can even do ground pork, and you could do steak. You can buy steak that's beef that hardly has any fat, and you can grind your own. So for Weight Watchers, if you have a kitchen aid, please go out and get this attachment because I literally cannot live without it. But yes, these meatballs come out so juicy because it's got all that juice from these, from the parsley, onion, and garlic, and it just makes a huge difference. So I'm just going to add my spices, some salt, pepper, a little bit of basil, dry basil, some onion powder, and that's about it. And I'm gonna start making the meatballs for the soup. And then I'm going to put the rest away because this is not going to be my lunch or my dinner for today. And at least I'll have it prepped when I need to make it tomorrow. So here's my meatball mix, chicken meatball mix. And what I did was I just used a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, because I forgot my 1 ounce baller at my mother's house when I made the soup there 2 weeks ago. And so basically these are 1 ounce each. I just used the one, like overflowed 1 tablespoonful. And I'm just cooking them on the flat top grill, no grease, no oil. Just cooking them on low, 250, until they're cooked through. The soup, I ended up adding some of the, I had a little bit left of the Trader Joe's riced vegetable medley with the cauliflower, broccoli, onions, carrots. So I wasn't really going to use that for anything, so I just threw it in the soup. So as you can see, that is a huge pot of soup. And what I ended up putting in the meatballs was 2 tablespoons of the powdered chicken base, a teaspoon of, 2 teaspoons of basil, a half a tablespoon of garlic, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and 2 teaspoons of oregano. So that went, and salt and pepper. You could do the salt and pepper to your liking, but that's what I ended up putting in the mix. So like I said, this is not going to be for my dinner tonight or for my lunch. I'm just prepping this. I'm making some soups for my niece, who I'm trying to help lose a few pounds. And I figured I would make mine and this way freeze it so I have it for next week. Because I don't want to keep eating the same thing over and over. And I had this last week, 2 or 3 days, I had the soup for lunch. And it's 0 points. My chicken meatballs are 0 points. And my soup is 0 points, up to 1.5 cups. Well, I think for even if you have more than that, but I only do 1.5 cups at a time. It's just all vegetables and the chicken base water. There's no oil, nothing in it. So those vegetables are done. I'm just letting it boil vigorously for a moment. It'll calm down in a second. But yeah, so I'm going to start plating up all these containers of chicken meatball soup so that they can cool and mine can go in the freezer, and when my niece gets here, she can have hers. Okay, so this is the chicken rub that I have prepared for my grilled chicken that I'll be prepping, a whole package for meals for the week, plus for my niece for wraps. And in here, I have 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 3 tablespoons of onion powder, 3 tablespoons of adobo con sazon. I usually get the ones in the little orange packet, but I was at Walmart and I actually couldn't find them, so I picked this up. It's a little bit, it has salt in it, that's why you don't see salt here. But the one in the package I get without the salt. But it's basically the same thing with salt added. And then 3 tablespoons of garlic. So I like to have my, instead of putting each thing on every piece of chicken, I like to put it in a Ziploc bag and shake it. This way it's ready for me to coat my chicken. Okay, so on my baking dish here, I have all my chicken cutlets that have been cleaned. All the fat has been taken off. Now I do leave a little bit of chicken on the fat because I boil this up for my husband's cats that he has at his job. There's like 30 of them that he feeds. I mean, we give them tons of regular cat food a week, like $160 worth. But we like to, any leftovers or stuff that we're not eating, and when I'm cleaning chicken, he likes to mix this in with their food as well. So that's for the cats. I'm going to boil. Now I'm just going to take a teaspoon, and I'm going to take my mixture, and I'm going to very gingerly, you don't want too much, but you want every piece of the chicken to be nice and coated. So I'm going to coat all this, and all these chickens' breasts, they were washed and patted dry with paper towels. So you always want to wash your chicken. So I'm just going to continue. See, now if you had to do this with all these spices individually, it just takes too long to do each one, so I'd rather just make my little mixture in the bag and then do it this way. So again, you want a nice little amount. And I have my grill heating up over here, which I will spray with the Great Value olive oil spray from Walmart. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip my chicken over. My tongs are in the sink dirty underneath a pile of dishes, so I'm just doing this with my hands. Okay. Now you want to do the other side as well. I really love this blend. I mean, there's a million spice blends that are already, you know, mixed in the supermarket that you can buy. There's all different types from Trader Joe's, from the supermarkets, but I prefer to make my own. It's cheaper, and I know exactly what's going in there. Just get one more here. Alright, so our chicken's nice and coated. I'm stuck here. So now what I'm going to do is take my cap off. I'm just going to spray down my grill. Lightly, you don't have to put too much. And then I am going to... I have it up to 350. I don't know why it makes that stupid cracking noise. This is actually my second Curtis Stone grill, because the other one, even if it was on the lowest setting like that, it was getting red hot and smoking, and then in the middle here, it became a big, like, dark spot from, I guess, where the heating element is. So, of course, my mother had to go out and buy me another one. So, there's a year warranty on these. So, we did, you know, I'm going to box that one up. I still have the box, and I will be returning the other one. So, this should be, well, it doesn't say it's done yet, but I'm going to put them on anyhow, because I still have a lot to do, and it's already 11 o'clock. I've been cooking since 6:30 this morning, and I'm getting a little tired. So I'm just going to place as many as can fit on here. Just going to cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes. Well, probably about 5 minutes on each side. And then flip them. And then what I do immediately when they're done is I put them in a big lock and lock bowl with the lid on it, and it basically steams them and the juices all stay in. So even if they're a tiny, tiny bit pink in the middle, you can put them in that bowl, whatever type of a Tupperware bowl you have, seal it really good, because the chicken is so hot, it will steam it till it's perfectly done. I'm telling you, it's a perfect trick. This way you don't dry out your chicken. And plus, it makes so much juice at the bottom, which that juice is delicious over spaghetti squash, over rice, over anything, that, over mashed potatoes. You don't even have to thicken it. It's just a delicious juice. So I'm going to continue to cook this and show you how it looks when I'm done. Okay, so my chicken's been cooking on both sides. Looking pretty good. I'm just going to transfer it, like I said, to my bowl. And then put the lid on it. And let it steam away. This piece was a little bit bigger, so I'm going to leave that one on. And I just have 2 more here that have to go on. So I'm going to quick close this. And let that steam inside there. And it continues to cook. And you could start seeing the condensation in there, and the juice that builds up is ridiculous. So let me get these done, and I'll be back. Alright, so this is cooled down now. And look at all that beautiful juice. And this chicken is so moist and tender, it's ridiculous. Seasoning is so awesome. Best grilled chicken ever. You really have to try these spices. So I'm going to start building my lunch wrap, and I'll show you what I make. Alrighty, so I'm ready to assemble my beautiful wraps. Now, these are the Extreme Wellness. I have some in the spinach and herb left, and I have some in the tomato basil. Each one is only 1 point per wrap. So for my niece's wraps, I'm just going to take a little bit of spinach, not much, she doesn't like a lot, and put that down. Now I did portion out all of this chicken to 4 ounces, and I have it cut up. So I'm just going to grab 4 ounces of that chicken, put it onto the wrap. And you don't need any seasoning because this chicken is so flavorful. And then I'm going to take 1/4 cup of the mozzarella, the fat-free from Kraft, which is 0 points, for 1/4 cup. And she doesn't like that much cheese either. See, I like a lot of cheese. So I'm just going to put that on like so. Put a little more because it wasn't quite 1/4 cup. And now the hard part is wrapping it without breaking it. So what I try to do first is fold it over both ends and then start to wrap. And then you keep folding it in while you're tucking and rolling. So tucking, I gotta tuck that in that way. Tucking and rolling until you get it rolled up like so. This end's popping out. That's all right. Now I'm just going to take a piece of parchment paper. Oh, I'm going to have to redo this one. It fell apart on me. Move all that to the end. I'm so used to working in the deli and using the big, gigantic wraps. These are so small. I guess maybe 3 ounces of chicken in these, but when you're hungry, you want a good substantial. There we go. So now, right away, what you want to do is just roll it tight and then pinch the ends. So then when she heats it up for about 30 to 40 seconds in the mic, you just hold the one end, you peel down the paper here, and you eat it that way. This way nothing falls out. Okay, so let's try this again. So that's one down. Now she likes the spinach ones. I'll do a spinach. So a little bit of spinach, not much. Four ounces of the chicken. One-quarter cup of the fat-free mozzarella cheese. You want to try to get the chicken all straight this way, because it's hard if it's facing the other way. I think mine, I'm only going to do 3 ounces because this is a lot of chicken in here. Okay, now get a piece of paper. Can't do it with one hand. I cut that a little too short. What we used to do at the deli was we used to tuck it in. See how you could tuck it in the end? Then we used to twist this end. That's how we used to wrap them at the deli. So you could tuck it in one end and then just twist the other end. So that's a little tricker. Now for mine, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to add some roasted red peppers, which I don't think she likes those. So my niece is a very fussy eater, so that's why I didn't want to put any in. But I'm just going to continue to make these wraps, and then I'll show you a picture of my lunch for today, and then it's on to dinner. I think I need a break. I've been cooking since 7 o'clock this morning, and it is now 12:28. So I'm exhausted. And I need to clean this house. So again, yeah, these are so small compared to the ones I'm used to working with. Tiny, tiny little wraps. You can eat it like a soft taco, like you don't even have to wrap it up, but you could just basically leave it open and then just heat it. But as you can see, I'm really trying to get everything in there. See, like so. Hold it tight, push in the middle, and then twist that end. So there you have it. So I'm going to continue to make these wraps, and then I'll just show you my plated up lunch for today. So I'm basically doing the same wrap for myself, but with a little bit of roasted red peppers. That's all, nothing special. I'll be back. Alright, so it actually seems to work better when you put the chicken down first. So go ahead and put your chicken down first and spread it out around, you know, across the wrap like so. I'm only going to do a couple of spinach because I want to be able to fit everything. Oh no, I put the spinach down like that on the other one I just did, and it worked out well. And then these are the roasted red peppers. I'm just going to put a couple. And those are 0 points for a third of a cup, 3/4 of a cup. So And I'm not even going to measure this. This is not even putting a quarter of a cup, so that's 0 points. So my whole wrap is 1 point, quarter of a cup of this cheese is 0 points. The roasted red peppers is 0 points. The spinach is 0 points, and the chicken is 0 points. So this is a 1 point wrap. There you have it. See how much nicer it comes out when you do it, start it the other way. I got spinach under my nail. So this one is mine. I'm going to wrap it and have it laid up for lunch. As I'm done cleaning up here. And I'll show you what else I have. I got a few more to make and I'm done. Alright, so I heated up my wrap and it tastes delicious. And then I have a half a cup of blackberries, and that is my 1 point lunch for today. I plan on eating a regular piece of cheesecake for dessert tonight, so that's what I'm saving all my points for. So this is a delicious 1 point just for the wrap. The chicken is 0 points. The roasted red peppers is 0 points. The quarter cup of cheese is 0 points. The spinach is 0 points. And the blackberries is 0 points. So the only thing that is 1 point is the wrap. So that's what I'll be eating. Okay, so for dinner, I am just very lightly boiling some string beans. Then I'm going to be sauteing them on my grill with just a little bit of spray and with some fresh chopped garlic. This is my husband's dinner. I gave him some of my grilled chicken, real mozzarella cheese, the polio, whole milk, with spinach leaves and the roasted red peppers and mashed potatoes. So that's for my husband. Of course I can't eat that. So what I'm having is I am having some mashed potatoes. They are the Bob Evans. Because I cooked so much other stuff today, I was like, I'm not going to start peeling and boiling and mashing potatoes. So a half a cup is 5 points. So I'm only going to have a half a cup of mashed potatoes. I have some of my grilled chicken in here. And then I'm going to make my string beans with the chopped garlic. And I have a glaze that I want to put on it. Put on them, I should say, if I can find it. Here it is. It's called ginger Japanese dressing and marinade. So I just want to put it on the string beans to give them a little added flavor. And I'm going to look up the small points because I have so many left for the day that I don't even if it's 6 points for a tablespoon, I could still do it. So I'm just looking this up real quick. Hold on. And then I'm going to show you my weight loss journey while I'm on the phone. Alright, so let me just scan this. Oh, so that's not bad. For 1 tablespoon, it's only 1 point. So this is what I'm going to be adding to my string beans. I probably don't even have to do the garlic then. So I'm just going to do this ginger. I wonder how that would taste over the chicken. Alright, so 1 tablespoon is 1 point. That's not bad. Okay, now let me turn the camera down here. And I just want to go into my app here. And see, I didn't even do anything for today because I was so busy cooking. So I have everything written down that I ate. So I have to go in and do everything. Excuse me. So journey. And we are going to go into weight journey. So now, When I first started, I hope this is in focus. When I first started Weight Watchers, it was a November 9th of 18. And I weighed 220. Now, when I went on the 16th, I was up 0.8. So I guess the first week I didn't really do that good. I hope this is in focus, or is it not? I don't know. I can't tell from here. Anyhow, I was plus 8. Then on the 23rd, I went down minus 3.4. And then on the 30th, I went down minus 1.4. So I had lost a total of, I guess it came out to 4. And then I didn't go for 10 weeks. But when I ended, I was at 216. And then when I went back 10 weeks later, you can see all these weeks I didn't do anything. I didn't go. I was very busy. I got sick. I was in the hospital. There was a lot of things going on. So I didn't go. Now when I went back on February 15th, I only gained 1 pound. So I was to 217. Then on the 22nd of February when I went, I was minus 2.6. So I was down to 214.4. And then this past Friday, today's Monday, I was minus 4.2. So I'm almost down 10 pounds. I'm just wondering how much I would have lost if I would have stayed on for those 10 weeks. So I only gained 1 pound after coming back after all that time from 216. 10 weeks later, and I didn't do the diet at all. I didn't track anything. I didn't do it. I just cooked whatever I cooked. I just ate whatever I cooked for my husband. And I can't believe that I only gained 1 pound. I was in shock. But like I said, since I'm back, when I went back, I'm minus 2.6 and minus 4.2. And I think it's because of the way I'm eating. So I know there's going to be a point where I plateau and I maybe just lose like a half a pound or, 0.4, whatever. Just, not even a pound. I know people do that. It happens. But, what do you call it? Oh, I'm getting a notification. But, so I have 0.2 ounces and I hit my 10 pound point. So that's why, I just wanted you to come along on my little journey with me. And like I said, every week I'll be doing a video. It's very hard for me to do a video of, let me get out of this now, let me see if I can point you in my direction. It's very hard for me to do a video in one day of like the shopping haul and all the prep and all the food and all that. Because it takes me a long time to edit and to go on the computer and piece everything together, and if I have to do voiceovers and stuff like that. Let me just lower these beans because they're done. My potatoes are done. So I think I'm trying to work out a plan where I can at least do every Friday a video of my weigh-in that I can show you at night. I do get weighed in at about 5:30 at night. So by the time I get home, and if I was to take a little video in the car of if I lose or if I gain. And then Sundays I try to do my shopping. And then Mondays I do prep, but I don't always do the same meal. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I can't do, because this video is going to be really long, obviously. So I'm thinking maybe just a prep video with how to make some meals, and then maybe every day, at the end of the day, I can just do a quick little, this is what I ate today, and just take pictures and do a voiceover and tell you how many points, and this way you could see what I ate, and if I lost a good amount, that's what I did in that week. I know the camera looks like it's tilted. It's because my what do you call it, tripod is messed up, so I should have propped it up. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do these videos and what days I want to do them, because it's very hard for me to do them every single day. And I know sometimes I promise, oh, I'm going to have this done, and then I just don't even get around to doing it. Like tomorrow I have the dentist because my front tooth is falling out. I know that's a little bit too much information, but it is. And so I have to go to the dentist tomorrow and get it taken out and then cemented back in. So, like, I have other things going on. So, yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be an everyday video, but it'll definitely be every Friday. Even if I just do a video of my weigh-in when I get back from Weight Watchers from my workshop, I can just take a video and show you my weigh-in every Friday night. And then, like I said, Sunday is my shopping day, and then Monday is usually my prep day, but then, you know, maybe on the Wednesday or a Thursday I can just show the meals that I make. So, well, I hope you follow me if you're interested, and I'm always interested in what you have to say. And so if you leave a comment below, I'd be happy to answer any questions. If you're following me in my journey, let me know who you are, and I'll follow you, and this way we can talk and stuff like that. And I know there's one girl I watch all the time. Her name's Jen, from Jen's Weight Watch Journey. She's a load of fun. I've only commented to her once, but I always like her videos. I tell everybody about her videos. There's a couple of others. I have them written down upstairs. I forget their names, but I just watched them. And, but, yeah, so I enjoy watching other videos, and, you know, I'm just trying to lend my little 2 cents in with my journey, so that's all. So, thank you everyone for watching, and let's get back to my beans here. So there's my beans, they're done. Mashed potatoes are done, those Bob Evans. So I'm going to shut this off. I'm just going to wrap up my dinner, and I'm going to show you how it looks. Thank you.